All right, so now matchmaking is now open for 24/7 for all regions. They added a new mini map, update base asset, added new unique hero icons. Neutral camps are now represented by highlight glow on the buildings which they are located within. The orange lane orchard is now called the green lane Greenwich. Added a new behavior system. Players can temporarily lose access to certain capabilities in the game. Controls include matchmaking, voice, text, pausing, and reporting. System for tracking is active now, however, we wait on most penalties for a few days to review the results. There's now a low priority queue. The primary of this is to abandoning games, but it can include other behavior. You must complete the required amount of games. Escalates based on low priority frequency. Return to matchmaking normally. Regularly misreporting players will force you to lose the reporting function, and in some cases may put you in low priority as well. New players, I like this, that are queued solo will only match with other new players until they get 4 wins. I like that. The lane allocation of 1-1-2-2 and 2-2-1-1 will no longer be a possible setup. So now I'm guessing it can only be either 2-1-1-2. Okay. A 6-player party will no longer match against solo players. This may result in, that's fine, longer queue times. 5-player party size is no longer allowed. That's kind of standard for Valve. AFK players will automatically be kicked out after a few minutes. Okay. Abandoned match dialogue is now more clear about the consequences of leaving. Abandoned match now has a time delay before you can click it to help protect against some accidental cases. Added custom hotkeys per hero. I like that. I'm not going to be one that's going to use it much, but I do like that. Bounce pad visuals are replaced with a wind fan. No mechanic changes. This effect also indicates the travel path. I like that. This change is big because I've gotten myself killed a couple times figuring that out. Added little spirit frog legs to the soul urn. That's hilarious. Orange zipline is now green. Figured. Spacebar no longer cancels abilities. Abilities can be pressed again to cancel the ones that have a cancel state. That's a million times better. The alternate cast modes modifier button and alternate cast button have had their behaviors merge. Added UI button hints when using alternate cast slider for double tap alternate. Okay, press and hold. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Changes to the scoreboard and extra info. Previously, a lot of crossover to the tab and alt modes during gameplay. This update was separate behavior to modes, better service functions. The keys used for each of these modes can be swapped within key bindings settings. Scoreboards tab enables cursor mode, displays scoreboard, displays damage summary, allows minimap ping and draw. Extra info alt no longer enables cursor mode. Quick upgrade abilities. Each of these can be individually remapped. Can now more easily map alt as an alternate cast button and displays the extra information on HUD, like zipline, boost, cooldown. We plan to explain on this in future updates. Okay. Wow, this is a fucking lot. Client performance improvements. Gleam now automatically starts preloading the map once the client is launched to help reduce load time for most users. That wasn't an issue for me. However, client performance improvements is always good because frame sandbox orb practice area now displays the time in milliseconds that you hit the orb after spawning. That's fire. I like that. Added a console command private lobby create to allow players to create custom lobbies using our servers. This has a very temp UI. Once we add a real UI to it along with some MISC features, we'll add a non-console way to host custom lobbies. Dope. Easier to run scrims and stuff. Upgraded ability keys are now customizable. Adjusted mid-boss low health roar sound to be more distinct from spawn sound. The game in a secondary monitor properly. Fixed friends menu scrolling up automatically when it shouldn't. Fixed friends metal skin effects revision, so I have to look at that. 7 static charge effects can make the boundary more clear. I like that. I'm pretty sure that's his stun, which I like that a lot because I've been getting kind of nicked by that while like trying to weave around a teammate who has it ticking. And I still get nicked by it, stunned, and it's been annoying the fuck out of me in team fights. Fixed the K. Updated medic healing beam colors to be consistent with okay. Melee troopers no longer play swipe effect to reduce some unnecessary noise. Added better indication when all 4 active slots are full. Instead of just not letting you buy it. Updated ice dome to fix some performance-related issues, good. Updated torment visuals to respective issues, good. Added sound for Tesla and toxic bullet procs. I like that a lot. Divine barrier wings no longer are fully opaque, so you can actually see them. Reduced intensity of last hit status effect. I like that. Updated the echo shard sound effect. That's good. I didn't even realize there was one. Added low ammo indication sound. I'm curious to what that's gonna be like, and if it's annoying, and if I'm gonna want to be able to turn it off. Which it's source, so I'll probably be able to do it through the console. Improved clarity for 7 casting and channeling sounds. Updated refresher effects from green to purple. Minor updates in Abrams seismic. Okay. To resolve some states faster. Resume visual noise. Good, because when he's in your face, it's hard to see, and your computer starts to really struggle. Updated the blood bomb life. Okay, sounds on that. Shoulder charge. Well, okay. Change up. Okay. For Warpstone bullet resist buff. I wonder if they nerfed this. Updated effects for the Warpstone bullet resist buff. Added lucky shot proc. Okay. Berserker buff effect. I'll have to look at that. Shiv's running reload animation. Added wall impact, okay. Lowered gun arm during, okay. Lady guys both, okay. Improve visibility T fights. I like that. That's really huge because a lot of times you'll run through and like you just don't know what the fuck's hitting you. Okay, I don't care. Okay, that's good to see. Updated Wraith Furnace voiceovers. Walker AoE Stomp has new effects. Interesting. I don't know what that means. Do they mean visual effect, or do they mean like it affects you differently now? I don't know. Vicious splatter effects have been adjusted. Okay, or viscous, sorry. Revised silencer, cast, and duration sounds. Added a rebirth channel and revive sounds. Some other stuff. Orbs now favor the claimer rather than the denier, with both impact with a very narrow window of each other. That's huge. That's huge. That is what that's what like made you like you. It almost felt like you wanted to last hit and then look for a deny instead of even trying to look for the fucking the claim, because it's so like if they have a shotgun too, all they have to do is shoot, and it's just like, oh dude, it's so frustrating. Flex slot moved from first walker to 2 walkers. Okay. That's going to promote more team fights, I think. All ability and item cooldowns are increased by 6% globally. Interesting. Max respawn time now happens at 35 minutes rather than 40 minutes. Okay, that's good. Tier 4 items cost reduced by 100. I like that. I like that. That's really good for my builds. Shield regeneration time reduced by 10 seconds. I like that. Wall jump has been made easier. The launch angle can be steered more. That's good. Jump shooting lockout period reduced by 10. Wow, that's a good amount. Souls from bosses now appear much more spread out. Okay. Rope climbing speed increased. That's good. Taking non-dot damage while on a rope slows you by 30%. I like that. Improved melee hit registration. My guy, they answered your fucking claims. The motherfucker from last game crying about it. Mid-boss warning now happens at 60 instead of 50. That's good. I like that, because 50, it's like, by the time I hear it, it's like, fuck, all right, I'm on my way. But I mean, like, Walker Beam max range, the sticky portion after being acquired, reduced. Oh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. That's going to make, like, the little kind of cuts in between a lot less punishing. Successful parry cooldown reduced from half a second to 0.25. Oh, that's huge. That's so big for me. Fixed alternate fires not working with additional bows like close range. Melee trooper hitbox improved. Fixed medic trooper on the guardian boss. It's funny. Fixed multiple heroes getting the power up bonus by standing on top of it before it spawns. Aw. Fixed your gun reloading down to a smaller magazine when reloading with higher ammo than your max. I like that. I like that. That means so that's how it actually normal works in most shooters. Is if you have something that in effect that temporarily increases your magazine size, if you reload during that magazine size, even if you're still above your base, it will reduce you to your base. It does that in Apex. It does that in a bunch of different things. All right, weapon items. Gee, dude, this is such a fucking insanely gigantic patch. All right, where were we? Weapon items. I need to take a breather. What the fuck? Alrighty. Headshot booster reduced by 5. That's good. That makes it not nearly as broken early game. Like as like a first or second item. High velocity mag, weapon damage reduced. Okay. Restorative shot, healing from all heroes increased, and troopers increased. Okay, I like that. That makes it a lot more worth the buy. I almost never buy it. Hollow point rounds increased. I like that. Hollow point round increased. Rapid rounds fire rate reduced from 12% to 9%. Rapid rounds no longer provides minus 50 HP. I like that. That's huge. That's gonna be very helpful for me. I buy that a lot. But it's not the end of the world. Still, it's a 10% increase is still pretty big. Active reload. Lifesteal is now reduced by 2%. Mystic shot. Spirit's damage now considers bullet fall off. That's a nerf to Paradox. It's a pretty big nerf to Paradox because she really like relies on that with like long range shots with her kinetic carbine. The cooldown has been reduced though, so that's good. Although that's not gonna make a huge difference with the way that she uses it. Berserker bullet resist reduced. Good. Long range bullet shield increased to 140. That's crazy. That's crazy. Increased by 50. That's fucking crazy. Melee charge. Hold on. I want to make sure. Okay, we're good. Melee charge. Distance bonuses moved to innate section. Charges is moved to innate. I'm not really sure what that means. Passive now has an 8-second cooldown. With passive triggers, you deal 20% bonus melee damage. You now get a UI indication when the reload procs. I like, this is good. This is good. I mean, if you know what you're doing, but then it doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, like, lowering the skill floor is always a good thing. The two things we always want to do is lower the skill floor and raise the skill ceiling. Soul Shredder bullets, weapon damage increase. Ooh, dude, I'm getting buffed this patch. I am getting buffed so far. I'm getting buffed. Active move speed reduced on Fleet Foot from 4 to 3. Cooldown is reduced and the health was increased. Okay, so it was rebalanced a little bit. You can use it more often, but it's a little less. I actually like that. There's more value in the like in it when you're not actively using it. I like that. Warpstone range reduced. That's fine. 10 meters is still a pretty decent distance. That's enough, you know, to essentially get out of the center of a team fight. Heroic Aura active move speed bonus from 3 to 2. Burst Fire now provides plus 70 health. That's really good for haze mains, but Sharpshooter bullet health increased. That's good for that's gonna make Vindicta stronger at the higher levels, which is kind of annoying, but I already do really well against her. So Hunter's Aura bullet reduced, reduction reduced from 10 to 9. Titanic Mag bullet resist increased. Oh, that's huge. Alchemical Fire spirit power increased. That's crazy. That means, like, this is now a must-buy on Kelvin. This is now a must-buy on Kelvin. Like, it's crazy. You throw your Q to slow them, you throw your fire, and then you drop your beam, and you do just so much damage. Crippling Headshot, debuff duration reduced to 4 seconds. Lucky Shot bonus damage increased to 90? That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I guess it's really only 10%, but Jesus. Glass Cannon, max stacks. Ooh, that's gonna make dealing with Vindicta even more fun. But I guess they want to, you know, I guess lower or raise her low-end win rate, which, you know, as of 10 days ago was like 47%, which is like hilarious. No, it was 44%, which is really, really low. Silencer damage increased. Wow, that's crazy. Frenzy linger duration increased. Vitality items. Oh my god, chat, we're barely through it. Healing Right now grants plus 3 spirit power. Enduring Spirit lifesteal increased from 8 to 10. Melee lifesteal, melee damage reduced by 2%. Okay. I like this a lot. I'm gonna buy Enduring Spirit more often on a couple of different characters. That's probably gonna be my second, like, my other than Healing Right, my other vitality item, like laning item. Okay, Health Nova now requires Healing Right. Okay, so that builds into, does that now build into 2 things? No, Rescue Beam is now its own thing. Interesting. I mean, this makes more sense, but it's definitely a nerf. Health Nova now grants plus 4 spirit power. That's really good for Kelvin. Range reduced. That's fine. 3 meters isn't going to make a huge difference at that point, especially because I believe it's, I don't remember if it's AoE or target. I don't actually remember. Divine Barriers. Bullet Shield reduced by 40 on bolt. Okay, so both bullet shields just reduced because that, I mean, that makes sense. They probably want you to have a 300, 350-ish bullet shield at most. And with all the stacking bullet shield that you get and all the stacking shields you get by building, you know, offensive items that provide, you know, 20 here, 40 there, 60 there, 80 there, plus getting Divine Barrier of either type, like you end up getting like this 600, 700 damage bullet shield, which is like really, really, really annoying to deal with. Rescue Beam, heal reduced from 30 to 26. That's a weird number, but okay. I mean, this is a big nerf. 11 meter nerf on the cast range is huge. Like, that's actually huge. That's actually huge because that's why you buy this item. You buy this item to pull people out. You buy this item to pull out, you know, someone who's going to ult, like if I wanted to ult to engage, I obviously don't want to stay there because I just die the second they're all off stun, and I doubt I even really get out because I have to use my dash to get in. So this pulls me out. You can use it to pull someone back mid bebop hook. But now that it's at 45 meters, or sorry, now that it's at 36 from 45, that's gonna be a lot more difficult. Like, a lot more difficult. I mean, the first situation is not gonna be that much more difficult, but pulling back on Bebop, like, that's not gonna be super easy. If you can't get to him before he gets to Bebop, I'm pretty sure, like, without any items, his pull is pretty close to 40 meters, and you're gonna, you know, it's pretty easy to buy, you know, a 500, you know, soul item that increases it was like 12% or something like that. Like it's not hard to, so it's but this matters. And that nothing builds into it. Also, that's a big nerf to rescue beam. Just overall, that's a big nerf. This again, the top line doesn't matter really at all. 4%, who cares? But this and this, like that's a big nerf. Fortitude, lane troopers do not reset the passive regen timer. That's good. Life Strike, melee damage reduced. Majestic Leap, cooldown reduced by 2 seconds. Metal Skin, cooldown reduced by 2 seconds. I like this. That's going to help with the haze buffs. Inhibitor, fixed damage reduction on bullets not being registered by a percentage okay, so bug fix. Radius increased on Colossus. Cooldown reduced on Colossus. That's good. That's really good on like 2 or 3. Phantom Strike, damage reduced. That's fine. Spirit power scaling reduced. That's fine. Phantom Strike isn't about, it's not about the damage, it's about the gap close, so no one gives a shit. Soul Rebirth no longer grants 20% and cooldown reduction reduced. That's fine. You don't buy it for that. You buy it for the respawn. Unstoppable fixed, not preventing disarm properly. That's huge because it's really annoying to be disarmed. Oh, my lord. Okay. We are almost there. Okay, spirit items. Not that much on spirit items. Spirit Strike reduced by 3%, melee damage debuff reduced by 2 seconds. Spirit Shields reduced and regen reduced. Oh, thank you, Average Jonas, for getting Spirit Strike nerfed. Mystic Reach, Spirit Resist increased, ability range increased. I like this. This is huge. I buy this on so many characters. Extra Spirit, that's good. They want you to build more spirit right now because most of the builds are like kind of like actually I don't even know. I don't know if that's even right. Ammo scavenger, neutral kills now count as a soul capture. I like that. Buff duration increased. I like that. This is huge. I mean, you guys know I buy this item all the time. Withering whip, fire rate slow increased. Okay, that's good. Slung hex, projectile speed increased. That's huge. Quicksilver reload, damage increased by 15. Damn, that's wow, okay. Surge of power. Imbued ability now grants plus 10% fire rate when used. Same 6-second duration as the move speed buff. I don't really care too much about this because I mean, I might, that maybe makes it situationally viable on Infernus. Like if I have no peel and I need to kite like a tank or two completely by myself, surge of power, throw it on my Q, like that's not bad. Q gives me 6 seconds of like 25% speed increase plus 10% fire rate. That's not bad. But I mean the main person that this is so broken on, you're not going to be using it because yeah, whatever. It's the imbutability is on Kelvin. Rapid recharge now gains 12% weapon damage. Okay. T1 extra charge gives plus 6. Okay. Improved burst. Reduced slightly. The 1% doesn't make a difference. Improved reach. That's good. Torment pulse. So this is buffed by 2. Torment pulse increased by 15. That's good. Silence Glyph, Spirit Shield reduced. Yeah, like I said, they're reducing the shields. Echo Shard, Spirit Power increased. Oh god. Oh god. So you're gonna nerf one part of his build and then you're gonna buff Echo Shard? Yeah, that's what we need for Average Jonas, is more Echo Shard strength. That's what we need. Dude, that Double Bomb Bebop build is a lot of fucking fun, but Jesus, it's annoying to play against. Especially when, like, if they do it right, like I was playing against last game, or the game before, where he procced it to level 3, so that, or leveled it up to the max level so that it disarms you, and then instead of him going bomb, like bomb shard bomb, it was bomb shard bomb. So I was like, essentially, I could never really shoot. Like I could never shoot. It was really frustrating. Okay, Abrams. Okay, we're getting to the heroes now. Abrams, fixed seismic impact, getting stuck on ceilings, like in mid-boss room. Interesting. Shoulder charge, turn rate reduced. Infernal resilience reduced. Shoulder charge reduced. Okay, so a little bit of an Abrams nerf, but I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. Bebop uppercut no longer roots your hero during the cast time. I like that. Bebop can now keep firing if he jumps and his laser is already warmed up. I like that, because that's annoying. Bebop reverted recent change to make Hook have... reverted recent change to make Hook have an alternate cast mode to pierce through allies' enemies. I didn't even know that was a thing. Hook range reduced by 5 meters. Okay. Hyper beam now does splash damage around 5-meter area the beam connects to on the ground. Can be used to fish heroes out of cover in some areas. Okay. Dynamo rejuvenating aura no longer gets canceled when stamina is used. Just some slight nerfs. Great talent. Fixed issues with charged shot. Hitting. Okay. Got it out. Okay. Reduced and increased. Okay. Nice little nerf to Great Talon. Hazed, fixed issue with hitting, okay. Infernus, minus 25 HP, which isn't my favorite thing, because I've definitely gotten away with less than 25 HP early on. Flame Dash, slow resistance increased from 30 to 50. I like that, though. Ivy fixed some control issues when flying near a wall. Airdrop silence and slow debuff duration reduced. Arctic Beam fire rate slow reduced from 80 to 40. That's good. Jesus Christ. Beam movement slow reduced by 10%. That's halved. Jesus. We're almost done, chat. My jaw's getting sore. My jaw's like literally getting sore. This is crazy. After this, I'm gonna grab a snack and then we'll keep playing. Ice Path and Octave Beam can now also be canceled by hitting the ability key again. Yeah, that's gonna be on everything. Lady Geist, nice little buff. On Essence Bomb. Fixed a bug with Malice that caused multiple blood shards to be absorbed by one hero other than pass through and hit others. It didn't stack that way in any case. Self-damage no longer consumes shields. Ground Slam now allows you to turn during the descent. That's good. Bullet growth from 115 to... okay, so it just makes him less... So that's the projectile growth over time. And over distance, I mean. Ground Strike increased. Scaling. Damage per meter. Scaling increased. Dude, this is so much. Oh my Christ. This is insane. This is so much. This is the biggest patch I've ever seen in any game. And I've been reading patch notes realistically like since Season 2 League. McGinnis, radius reduced by her healing grenade reduced by a meter. It now grows with spirit power. Okay, I like that change. Can no longer wall jump from spectral wall. Okay, I don't know how I feel about that. Reduce from... Okay, can be closer. Duration reduced by a second. I like that. Heavy barrage spirit scaling increased from 3 to 3.5. Yikes. I don't know how I feel about that. That's not gonna be fun to play against. Heavy barrage... Actually, no, she's terrible. So she needs a buff for sure. Moment curl camera zooms out a bit more when unburrowing. Can cast Scorn when using combo. Combo tier 2 reduced from plus 1 second to plus 0.75 seconds. I don't really know what that means. Paradox fixed issue with Paradox swap hitting targets behind walls. Pocket. Oh, good. A nice nerf. A nice little nerf right here. I like to see that. Barrage slow reduced by 10% and the amp per stack reduced by 1%. I like that because Pocket's a gigantic pain in the ass to lean against. Added a brief lockout period on flying cloud. Okay, that's just quality of life. 7. Base bullet reduced resist to 0. Bullet resist no longer scales with boons. What the fuck is boons? Headshot reduction increased from 25 to 35. Stormcloud damage reduced. Max radius reduced. Cooldown reduced for 40 seconds. Audio is now a little clearer when it's cast. Okay, shiv reduced. Serrating knives. Okay, behind walls. Slice and dice reduced by 25 damage. Good, because he's another absolute jackass in the lane to fucking lane against. Cleaver reduced by 40%. Killing blow bonus damage from full rage reduced by 5%, but it now increases rage amp by 5% at tier 2. Vindicta. Base bullet damage reduced from 14 to 13. Stake tier 1 duration reduced from 0.75 seconds to 0.5 seconds. Assassinate bonus gold is now shared with assisters. Crow Familiar now reduces bullet armor by 6%. Crow Familiar impact damage reduced from 50 to 40. Crow Familiar impact spirit scaling reduced from 0.1 to 0.8. So they just want it to be a little bit more of like a debuff than like a nuke. You can now use stamina while flying to get an impulse in the facing direction. I'm not 100% sure what that means. Spacebar no longer exists. The ability, you have to press the key, or exits the ability. Well, Assassinate now does 20% more damage when getting a headshot. Okay, that's not bad. Although it's going to be insane at the highest level. It ends when you're stunned. That's good, because that's really weird. Puddle Punch now correctly knocks people up in the cube up in the air. Interesting. Didn't know you could do that. Improved various issues with the camera. Puddle Punch now telegraphs the effect before it forms. Base bullet damage reduced from 14 to 13. Splatter damage reduced from 110 to 100. Ghoul Ball turn rate improved a bit. Good, I like that. Stun frequency cooldown improved from one. Okay. Fixed Puddle Punch, piercing, unstoppable. Okay, I like those changes. Alright, Warden. Bullet growth reduced. Alchemical Flask debuff duration reduced from 7 to 6. So he's just getting nerfed with this exception right here, where you get just a little stronger while you're channeling your ult. Card Trick damage reduced by 20. I can understand why. Card Trick Spirit and scaling inch. Ooh, that's big. Projectile spawn across the reticle rather than on the left side. I don't know what that means. Her ammo now scales with Spirit Power. Power slash damage reduced. Grapple post cast duration reduced. Alt fire now fixed to work. Shadow transformation bullet spirit reduced. Can now interrupt parasite. Okay. Whew. Map changes. Added connections from shop to the front of the department store and New York Oracle buildings. Added veil in the opening at the front, looking out towards the opposing side. Added a cover barrier in front of the opening with the veil. Moved catwalk stair in front of the department store and New York Oracle. Okay, so we're gonna have to explore that and figure out what the fuck any of that means. Oh, screenshots. Okay, I still want to look. I like that. I like that a lot. I really like that. I like that a lot. Like, that's crazy. I want to see in game, but it looks like it's gonna give everybody in the center lanes, like, you're gonna have a right-hand peak, which is huge because you don't have one near your shop right now, and that's really frustrating. It makes it much more difficult, but I'll have to see what that actually looks like in there. Re-angled the walkway connection from the outer lane exits to the inner lane exits. Add an overhang below the patron position. Added 2 juke closets facing the patron. That's what those are called, juke closets. Rope changes. Remove the exterior ropes from garage and nightclub. Okay. Replaced interior stairwells with ropes inside the garage and the nightclub at second floor roof. I don't know how I feel about that. Rooftop changes. Raised apothecary imports rooftops to match the heights of the record store and the comedy club. Remove rooftop details from roofs that are not safe. So if the roof has nothing on it, that makes sense. Added rooftop details to new valid rooftops. Okay. Miscellaneous. Changed collision on the shelves inside the armory and warehouse to improve shooting through them. Replace wall landing in front of the nursery and market with an electrical box. Bug fixes. Fix breakable items outside the underground tunnel. Remove some duplicate models. Fixed a bug where hotel sign was replacing billboard. Okay. Rooftop detail. Okay. Fixed enemy team from being able to enter the base side passages. This is, Jesus Christ, a gigantic fucking patch.